Masuk ayat sini. Sila boleh ucapkan terima kasih. Thank you. Terima kasih. Salam sejahtera, saudara-saudari. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Let me start by saying happy birthday, Bersih 3. It's the 28th of April today. And let me tell you what's more significant today. The first vote for PRU 13 has been cast today by our overseas voters. That's why today is so special. So it's wonderful that that happened on our first anniversary of Bersih 3. What's the percentage for that? Is it so far? Should be complete. I think most of the people, apparently the queues are pretty long. 4.5 hours people have been voting in Melbourne. And I think there is no doubt that these elections are historic. We have never seen anything like it in all our years. And I predict that we are going to have the biggest voter turnout in PRU particular. And that's why today, launching this book, and as Pak Samad says, there is definitely reason in Pak Samad's rhyme, but there is no rhyme in my reasoning. Just pure facts, exactly like lawyers are. But this book came about because of one person, and she is Anissa Alphonsus, who came to see me and she said, this is something that she really believes in, and that she wanted to do to spread the message of Bersih. So she actually did some research. She went on the net and she asked people from the public to give her questions that they would want to ask of me and Pak Samad. And so these questions that you see in the book are actual questions from members of the public. Because the idea was that we will answer the concerns and any of the issues that are troubling the Malaysian public. So the book is question answer, exactly as it is. It is actually a conversation with Pak Samad and myself. So that was the aim of the book. I'm so happy for her that this has happened. There are a few people that I have to thank. I will do that in a minute. But suffice it to say that every cent from this book goes to Bersih. Every cent of profit goes to Bersih. And we've been very, very lucky with the people who have helped us with this book. Let me just read out the names. These are people who have contributed. I believe they're here, so give us a wave wherever you are. John Cho, who contributed photographs. Some of the wonderful photographs, that if you look at the photographs, they're superb photographs, okay? They were chosen, black and white. These are the people who provided these photographs. John Cho, Mahen Bala, are you here? No. Alicia Go, no. Ahmad Mustaqim, Hugo Teng, Connie, not sure of the surname, Kabil Lopez, Tirun is not here, I know. Stephanie is not here. Stephanie helped me edit this book. And of course, we cannot forget the great Zunar, because his cartoons appear here as well. Now, the thing about all these people, these are all ordinary Malaysians who took photographs on the day. We found them, I think Stephanie did all that work, found them on the website, got in touch with them, and they were very kindly allowed us to use their photographs. So it is so much a Malaysian, this is a rakyat book, really. If ever there was a rakyat book, this is one of them, okay? So Zunar is as well. But really, it's just so much of input, so much of care, so much of warmth that has gone into this book that I'm eternally grateful to all those who helped make it happen. Now, the publishers are mentioned there as well, Pecan Works. Please use them. This is all a labor of love by them, actually. Please use them because they are excellent, they are artistic, and they are the ones who are responsible for the wonderful layout of this book. Now, I want to say this about Bersih. I mean, to me, actually, I think it's providence that the first vote is cast today. I couldn't believe it actually until I thought about it and I thought, goodness gracious, that is a real celebration of Bersih for me. Actually, the first vote of PRU 13 was cast today. And I think wherever I go to speak, and wherever I go to speak, the participation of the public is very obvious to me. The numbers of people who are coming up, who are interested to hear all the people or the candidates, there's a real wave, let me put it that way. There's a wave of awareness, there is a wave of goodwill, people really, really interested in taking part in the democratic process of this country. And I think that, as I said before, we will get the highest, in my view, voter turnout. And I don't think all these scare tactics of, bombs and this and that is going to deter anyone. And no one should be worried. Because to be fair, the police have always ensured every general election has been peaceful. It has gone off peacefully. And I think we must trust in that. But above and beyond that, we must trust in ourselves. Because we are peace-loving people. Malaysians are peace-loving people. We are going to go out there peacefully on the 5th of May and cast our votes peacefully. So I think it really is in our hands, the kind of voting day that you want. But I also see a lot of excitement. Everybody is so excited about what's going to happen on PRU 13. Now, it has been my absolute honor to have worked with Pak Samad. I've always said this and I say it again, he's my hero. And I think he's everybody's hero, right? I think we should give him a big round of applause. Not just for being the voice of, the voice of calm and reason, but for the principles that he holds dear. And for which he's so prepared to put himself out. I always have the picture of Pak Samad when he was walking barefoot to the palace. I mean, to me, that says it all. This is in July 2011. And really, I think he has inspired a lot of Malaysians and continues to do so. And of course, my grateful thanks to our wonderful committee, steering committee. We're made up of very, very vibrant, very, very different people, activists versus conservatives, a bit more conservative, lawyers, this, that. So we pulled through, not an easy time, it's not easy for all of us because we are under attack all the time. Let me tell you, I know Special Branch are here and there's no issue with that because I can tell you, Bersih is open about everything we say. Whatever we say and do, we do openly. There's no hiding, we don't have any other agenda. Whatever our agenda is, it's here. It's right in front of you. You know what it is. But I will tell you, I was also, I don't know if you all know, but when I went to give a talk at in Seremban recently, and at a community hall next to the church, the SPR did come and try and stop me. They said they would charge me if I made a political speech, etc., etc. But I said to them, look, under what law are you going to do this? And they said, oh, it's under the Electoral Offences Act. So I said, yeah, but I'm not a candidate. I can actually go anywhere and speak. I'm not a calon. So, and today they came and filmed me again when I gave a talk at Pantai Dalam. Okay? So they are going around with rather large cameras and filming and stuff like that, which is fine. That's, enforcement. It's up to them to enforce. But I hope that Special Branch and Election Commission, etc., are not doing this to people with a view to intimidating them. As far as me, Zunar, Pak Samad, no, we cannot be intimidated. But I hope they're not doing that to others to intimidate them, because this is not the kind of Malaysia that we want to be in. And let me tell you something, Malaysians are not afraid anymore. That's one thing that is really clear, because wherever you go, for ceramahs and so on, they come out in droves. So there's no doubt in my mind that they are participating fully in this democratic process. Now, the comedians, actually, it has been said that the comedians in this country are feeling depressed because there's no more work for them. simply because our politicians are doing the job for them. You know, there's so much humor in what the politicians are doing that the comedians have no more job. But luckily, that's not the case with cartoonists. And as you can see, I mean, you look at the front cover, it's hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious, Zunar's front cover. So luckily for you, Zunar, cartoonists, you got plenty of work because of our politicians, okay? Now, I mean, seriously, Lord of the Ring, where is that actually, Zunar? Lord of the Ringgit. Is it in this one? It's in the preview. That's brilliant. I didn't know that actually. But maybe you should write a sequel at some point. Lord of the Ringgit. Are we going to go? Is there going to be a Return of the King or a Return of the Ring? Okay. I think you need to. That has to be a sequel which you will write after May the 5th. Yeah, that's right. So then, well, finally, I mean, what I would say is this: that we, the people of Malaysia, the Rakyat, and this is something. I mean, the Rakyat are amazing. They really are also our inspiration for the Bersih activity. But we are the gatekeepers of our parliament for the PRU 13. And as gatekeepers, we need to ensure that the people we allow into our parliament are worthy to be there. And I think that's all these elections are about. If they are racist or sexist or whatever, for God's sake, slam the door on their face. Don't let them into our parliament. We want dignified statesmen in our parliament. And at the end of the day, really, after the election, we need a statesman to unite all of us. There's a lot of healing to be done, and that's what we should be looking for. And why do we do this? Why does Pak Samad do this? Why does Zunar do this? I mean, really, I saw Zunar speaking in Klang recently. And, you know, it was brilliant. Of course, he was cartooning on the spot. And why do we do all this? Why do we go around? Why do we make the effort to educate the public? Well, the reason we do this, of course, is obvious. It's because we want to better Malaysia. But over and above that, and I suppose a big positive for us, is that we actually have a front row seat to the making of history in this country. And for that, we are grateful. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih Ambika. Dalam program kita, question and answer sepatutnya last, tapi kita akan buat sebelum pelancaran. Ya Abang? Jadi kalau ada siapa-siapa daripada floor yang nak tanya sebarang soalan kepada panel di depan ni, boleh tanya soalan sekarang. Takkan tak ada soalan kot? Silakan. Boleh nak tahu mic?
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Nama saya Rahman. Saya ada sikit nak tanya sebab kita kata election commission tu dia banyak do the manipulation kan. Lot of thing lah yang kita baca, kita pun tak tahu how to betul ke benda tu terjadi kan. Tapi kalau lah betul, and then kita kata, and then kita report pada election commission. Lepas tu, and then kalau kita kata dia is a government punya agency kan. So macam seolah-olah kita mencuri, kita buat report pada pencuri juga. Jadi so macam mana how Bersih kena overcome benda hal-hal macam ni.
Okay. Sepatutnya mereka bukan government agency ya. Mereka adalah suatu badan bebas di bawah penerbangan persekutuan. Selain daripada buat report kepada DC, saudara pun boleh juga buat report kepada polis. You can make a police report. Tetapi untuk PRU ke-13 ini, ada banyak penyelewengan mungkin ya dalam senarai undi dan sebagainya. Dan tidak sama rata lah medan pertandingan. We know that ya. Tengok newspaper, tengok ini. So, tetapi kalau kita keluar mengundi beramai-ramai, ya, kita boleh mengatasi ataupun melawan penipuan ini. So, setakat ini, I think so far, the number of the voter turnout di Malaysia ialah 75%. We want to push it. Actually, kita ada satu projek ya, campaign bernama Jom 100. Kita mahu rakyat Malaysia keluar as much as 100% lah voter turnout. Kalau we can make it actually 100% is susah, I know that ya. Tetapi kalau kita boleh tambah ya sampai 85 atau 90%, we can overcome the penipuan. So that is the only way untuk PRI ke-13 ini, bagaimana kita boleh melawan penipuan ini. But I know what you mean, yeah. But you also make a report kepada SPR, you make a report to police, then you also report to Bersih kalau ada apa-apa, ya. Terima kasih.
Ada soalan lain? Silakan.
Saya Kamal Rahman. So what I want to add is because I will see a lot of in the Facebook. They will say, "Awak kekal." I mean, one day cari to us, then we will drive within 30 seconds, 30 seconds. So what will be happen if our vote card kita di kertas sendiri ada stamp kotoran itu. So as a voter, what we should do? Thank you very much.
Okey, terima kasih banyak untuk soalan itu ya. Sebab okey, unlike other countries ya, dakwah kekal pada masa ini will be applied akan disapu sebelum kita mendapat kertas undi. Unlike other countries di mana you pangkah dulu, you habis undi, then only mereka sapu dakwah kekal. Tetapi di sini dia akan sapu di petunjuk jari kiri sebelum ambil kertas undi. Okay? So tolong jaga-jagalah sikit. Okay? Take with your other hand, don't touch it with your left hand. Isi kata mereka ada ink itu, dakwah itu will dry dalam masa few seconds. Dalam masa few seconds. But just in case lah, you make sure it doesn't touch your undi. Tetapi kalau kena if it is smudged, your ballot is smudged, actually you can ask for a new ballot. You can ask for a new ballot. Tetapi ballot lama tu you must make sure they mark it as spoiled ballot. They have to mark it as a spoiled ballot. So you boleh tanya kerani di sana, you can ask them and you can get another ballot. This is something that has been explained by the SPR recently, in not too long ago, few days ago. Actually, if you go to SPR website, you can get a lot of good information. Please, if you're not clear about that what kekal, please go to the website and have a look. Yeah, but it's best we don't change. We use the same ballot. That is the best thing. Yeah, make sure you don't smudge your ballot. That's important. And don't forget, this is kali pertama ya kita menggunakan dakwah kekal. So we have to be a little bit careful lah. Yeah.
Saya dipahamkan menambah ini bukan SPR ya, tetapi tentang dakwah kekal. Saya dipahamkan oleh petugas di rumah pantai bahawa 2 hari sebelum mengundi akan ada ejen-ejen daripada parti pemerintah ya, UMNO atau Puteri UMNO akan pergi rumah ke rumah dan akan menunjukkan cara-cara menggunakan dakwah kekal. Dan dia kemungkinan akan cari untuk menunjuk beginilah cara mencari dakwah kekal di jari anda 2 hari sebelum mengundi. Dan dakwah ini akan tidak boleh dipadam selama 3 hari. Artinya jika itu berlaku, anda sudah tidak boleh mengundi. Jadi ini dia pergi pada kampung-kampung ya, kepada orang tua. Yang macam kita tentu kita suruh Kalau nak buat demonstrasi, saya jari kaki saya. Boleh, kita tak salah. Tetapi kita pada orang-orang yang tidak tahu ini. Ini penting apa bapa kita yang mana dengan kalau datang nak bagi demonstrasi, jangan benarkan. Karena ia hanya 3 hari ya, betul kan? Dia 3 hari ya, 3 days kan. Betul. Dia akan pergi dekat-dekat tu buat demonstrasi. So jangan benarkan ini ya.
Okay, boleh tak saya ambil lagi at least 3 lagi soalan secara sekaligus dan mereka boleh jawab juga. Siapa lagi?
Selamat petang Datuk. Okey, macam mana dengan undi pos tu? Undi pos dia buat 3 bulan. Undi kita 5 bulan.
Ya.
So 3 hari.
Ya.
So, awak lebih lah.
Itu that kita telah pun menimbulkan. We have already raised that issue dengan SPR. Mereka kata and we tanya lah, can you have a public demonstration? You see, the question is this: undi post they get not undi post, advance post. Advance undi awal is a different color and is taking place on 30th. Yeah, 30th of May, which is in 2 days' time. So kalau dakwah kekal itu hanya will disappear in 3 days, we are worried that when they are marked on the 30th, by the 5th it will disappear. Tetapi SPR kata, don't worry, we have already done our own demonstration. So we asked them, please do a demonstration and show us. They said no, they will not do that. They have done their own demonstrations. It's a big secret and it will last, they said. So we just have to wait and see. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but that is a concern for us actually. We have raised that issue. Yes.
My sister's going overseas like tomorrow. Sorry, today, but today I don't know.
Oh, so it's yeah.
So she wants. Do they have to deal with this same thing, or she read on Facebook that they had 3 choices, and one was that you could go and submit it to the consulate, or you could courier it back to like my parents' house and get my parents to submit it. So what's the best solution? She's a bit worried.
Actually, sending it by courier to your parents is probably a safe bet. Yeah, they can actually courier directly as well, or they can put it into the diplomatic bag there. But I know a lot of people want to send it back to someone reliable who will take it and make sure it's delivered. So you can do that.
So we can just take it on the day when we're going to go and give it to them?
No, I think it has to arrive before that. Yeah, I think David and all who are from overseas have better idea.
If you have friends who are voting for overseas, Australia has concluded 5 years ago. But we don't know yet. There's very long queues to vote from Melbourne. If you have the ballot there, you can put it in the diplomatic bag at the embassy or the consulate, and they will accompany it back to Malaysia. And it will be distributed from Putrajaya to the respective constituencies. Now, if the concern is that there will be cheating, well, if you don't trust the system, you can take your ballot, put it in the envelope, and courier it back to your parents or your relatives, whoever it is. But they have to know who is the returning officer of which constituency the voter is voting at. So that list is available at pru.gov.my. There's a list of returning officers. You have to find the returning officer and you have to give the ballot to the returning officer on the day. On the voting day. So, before the close of balloting on May 5th.
You have to check the tally center, you check where you had it in.
So it's the same
At the right place.
No.
No,
There's one center for the whole one center for the whole constituency where they're doing the tally. That information is in the website.
Yes.
And the contact person is also on the website, the name and how to contact this person. So you have to find out where is the constituency they're working at. Thank you.
It's not anywhere where you are.
Thank
There's a
you,
Chinese
David.
center for postal work.
Any other questions? Okay, betul-betul ada soalan lain boleh tanyalah pasal voting ke apa-apa Ha? Doktor? Okay? Okay, jadi tak ada so jangan nanti kawan-kawan tak boleh tidur sebab tak tanya soalan
No, especially if it's about voting, please ask. And you can always ask later and go to the SPR website. There's a lot of information there.
Just a quick question, if I may. Just with regards to the time when polling stations open.
8:30.
8:30 is the same
What
time.
time is it? 8. Sorry? Oh,
8 until 8 to 5.
8 to 5.
In Semenanjung.
Thank you.
Some place early, 8 to 1.
Okay, when you check the SPR website, the time will be stated there. Untuk Semenanjung memang 8 hingga pukul 5. Tapi Sabah Sarawak ada tarikh dia tutup awal. Contohnya macam Sibu 8 hingga pukul 1. It depends on your area. So better check on the website. Memang ada informasi tarikh dengan masa kan. So masa 8 pagi hingga 5 petang.
Okay, jadi sekarang kita terus ke pelancaran buku. Saya ingin menjemput, sebab kita ada 2 buku, jadi ada 2 kumpulan ya. Satu daripada kumpulan kartunis independen. Saya jemput Azman Matno, Noki Haniza, Johnny Ong and Lawrence Jayaraj ke hadapan. Dan juga dari kumpulan Bersih, Azhar Kasim dan juga David Teo.
stay here.
Zunar.
Ya, dengan okay, you say first.
Dengan ini kami melancarkan dua buku rakyat. Ini Kartunlah dan Bersih. Voice of Crime and Citizen.
Terima kasih. Yang saya jemput kat belakang tu kalau patah 2 kata pun boleh juga
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera Datuk, Zunar. Terima kasih. Saya Azhar bin Kasim. Saya ada anak saya pada bapa Awak Baharudin yang meninggal tu. Ingat tak Bersih 2? Okey. Saya cuma nak ambil cuma 1 minit je. Okey. You all tahu kan, punca kematian dia adalah tulang rusuk dia 3 patah di sini dan gigi dia patah. Ya. So ini kagilah saya harap you all semua keluar dan saya perlukan Datuk semua pantaukan perkara ini biar bersih. Saya nak kau boleh Putrajaya tu Pakar Rakyat menang. InsyaAllah kalau Pakar Rakyat benar di Putrajaya, kami sekeluarga dengan Baru Baudin akan tuntut keadilan kematian bapa saya. Ya. Ibu Nomai kalau boleh Islam tolong ajarkan Fatihah kepada buat saudara saya. Fatihah. Auzubillahi Okay, Datuk terima kasih Datuk. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Datuk Abila, Pak Samad yang saya hormati, dan saya punya sifu Datuk, belum Datuk lagi, Tun Zunar. Tun Zunar. Baik, saya atas kapasiti seorang kartunis menyokong dan akan sentiasa menyokong segala usaha untuk menjatuhkan UMNO Barisan Nasional yang kurang. Walau dengan apa cara sekalipun, hingga dakwah dekat pen itu habis. Dan kalau dulu kita tengok kartun dijadikan satu bahan untuk orang ketawa, untuk gelak-gelak santai. Tapi sekarang kartun merupakan satu media yang boleh menggerungkan UMNO Barisan Nasional. Dan kita tengok ketakutan dia sudah mencapai tahap 4. Okey. Dan saya dengan bakat yang Allah anugerahkan, saya akan terus berkarya bersama dengan Tun Zunar dan juga kawan-kawan yang lain. Dan usaha ini saya akan teruskan sampai Putrajaya menjadi milik rakyat. Dan saya minta tuan-tuan bolehlah dapatkan ini kartun lah. Dan ini kalilah. Okey, bos minta saya baca sikit. Saya baca daripada awal. How can I be neutral even my pen has a stand? Zunar, waktu produksi pada April, panas lagi tahun 2013. Ini kartunlah diterbitkan oleh Ranuza Enterprise nombor 153 Jalan Sultan Samad Prefields 50470 Kuala Lumpur. Dan kartunis di Zunar sendiri penerbit Scorpion Production. Saya pun belum baca first time baca. Lepas tu pencetak Kilang Satu Malaysia, editornya Chin Chin. Pembaca Prof Altan Tuyan Julian, grafik C4 Studio. Dia tak tulis C4 tau, dia ada SEEFOUR. Pengedar Mongolia Marketing Enterprise. Dan urus niaga commission modal. Kita modal ni kita ikut yang Big Mama buat, menabung dari kecil. Makeup Nisma. Dan rambut Big Mama Salon. Catering janji dicapati. Dan berbekal dakwah, kita dah guna awal SPR. Kita dah guna awal dakwah dia tu. Dan warna AES Men Color. AES Men Color. Terima kasih.
Hi everyone, nama saya David Jo. I was one of the organizers for Bersih in Melbourne. And what inspired us to do this was, what inspired me to do this was just before Bersih 2, there was a lot of heavy-handedness by the authorities. People were getting arrested for wearing yellow. The EO6 was detained, and I started this thing on Facebook, thinking that 50 people would show up in Melbourne. Within 2 days of promoting on Facebook, there was a lot of interest, and people asking, how about Sydney, how about Adelaide, how about Canberra, wherever it is they're from. And so within 2 days, we crowdsourced. We went on Facebook, and I started to look for different people from different cities, and none of us knew each other. But we managed to organize Bersih in 6 cities in Australia for Bersih 2. And because the story came out on Malaysia Kini and Malaysia Insider and all these news portals, in the end we had 38 cities for Bersih 2. And I thought 50 people would show up in Melbourne. We had 750. And for 3, for Bersih 2, my committee was 2 people. 2 people helping me as well. So 3 people committee. But when we started Bersih 3, my committee was 50 people. And one of them was Dato' Ambiga's son. He was in Melbourne at the time as well. So because we could do that, I could concentrate on helping other cities with things. So I was doing question and answers and responding on emails and on Facebook. And we managed to get 85 cities in 38 countries. And we were campaigning for clean and fair elections and overseas voting. And today is the first day Malaysians overseas are able to vote in the history of Malaysia. And here in this hall with me, there are Malaysians from overseas who have come back to vote. Ini kalilah. So there's can I introduce you guys or you want to be anonymous? There's Ken Wong here. He was from Canberra. He also was helping us and Gate 2 also from Canberra. Helped us organize Bersih. There's William De Cruz. Where's William De Cruz? Oh yeah, William. William De Cruz was from Bersih, Sydney, and he does a lot of work behind the scenes, advocacy work. So thank you all.
Okay, thank you, David. Lauren, Johnny, you want to say something?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Noki Haliza. You can find me and at me at Facebook. Okay, I'm not a cartoonist. I am a support crew of the key team called Kumpulan Cartoonist Independent. Kami masing-masing di dalam KKI ada tugas masing-masing dan kami akan melakukan apa saja untuk menumbangkan kerajaan zalim UMNO Barisan Nasional. Kami juga datang daripada beberapa golongan yang tidak dibayar satu sen pun untuk melakukan pekerjaan ini. Contohnya saya tinggal di Sungai Buloh dan tiap-tiap hari datang ke lembah pantai untuk kempen Nurul Izzah. Tiap-tiap hari balik pukul 2 pagi. Kami akan lakukan apa saja untuk menumbangkan kerajaan yang zalim ini. Ini kalilah.
Okey, selesai saja acara kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih kepada panel-panel dan juga kepada pelancong-pelancong buku. Teruskan semangat kita hingga ke hari Ahad yang depan dan selamat mengundi, sila undi dengan bijak. Salam bersih.